Yeah, might be tiny, but still got the kill done. Bomb is planted, and they did have a Molotov. They've already thrown it out there, so now it's just down to the pistols. Kind of wish they had a little bit more utility for the afterplant here. SDY is an easy kill. I think Gizmi realized how exposed he was. Nade2 will find a headshot. And again, it's SDY and Nade2 doing a lot of work at the beginning of these games. Demka and Diha, could they really bring this round back? It just seems unlikely at this stage. Already so much time off the clock, and Demka trying the best that he can, but the headshot's not coming through on a glaive. And it will be the T side to pick up the early win here, and that's a pretty good beginning for ENCE. It's straightforward, it's not complicated, but it works.
I feel like if Monte are to win this series, it comes actually down to one man. We spoke about Ryu, but I actually don't think it's him. I think it's Demka. If Demka plays the level that we know he can play at, he can single-handedly take over a game. The same way I think SDY can, to a degree. Demka's been in some insane form. So if we can get the best out of him, I really think Monte might have a chance here. I mean, let's be honest, I don't even know what level of prac he's really had with this team. I think the standing was a pretty last-minute thing, right? So he's looking really good. The fact that you can just sort of seamlessly come in towards a roster and a whole new calling style, a whole new system and make it work is pretty sick. Demka and Diha are going to get killed, and Diha gets very fortunate to get one through the wood, but Poddy will answer back, and he spots a second.
It's always risky when you're going for those wallbangs and you yourself, you're low on health already, but that's what they wanted, and they ended up losing that fight. So more shots, this time not for the wood, but for the smoke, as Diha nearly finds the kill onto Poddy. Now, Nade2 is still alive, so you never know what's going to happen here. Some of them are a little bit low on health on Monte, so it could be... Oh, the lineup there is crazy, and now it's down to Nade2. Exactly the kind of round he could win. He's got the HE as well, so even if they smoke him off here, he might just be able to stop the bomb plant on that alone. Here comes the grenade running out. Can't believe they don't die from it, but somehow he knows the angle, and he's able to pick up both the kills. What a great clutch to begin with here, as ENCE steal away the round. It was looking decent otherwise for Monte there.
Just flying off the handles and gets multi-kills. That's where we start to open the series back up. However, losing this does change it quite drastically. If you lose this, you then go probably 5-6-0 down, if we're being honest. That's when it becomes awkward. We'll go quick towards B, just like the pistol round. Damage dealt towards lane. He's caught a think. He will be dropped by Diha. And Gizmi up close gets one. He will get out. Miltsy won't, as SDY kills his teammate.
Friendly fire, boys. Gotta be careful with that. See if they can even find a way to lurk in a bomb plant here. It should be unlikely. A little bit of damage on a Gizmi, so if he gets found through the smoke, then at least there is that. You could see Ryu is trying to look for it. He's thinking about it. Is there anyone on the other side about to step into it? Oh, SDY. How does he crouch in that kill? That's absolutely ridiculous, but he will go down to Hades and jumping on through. Poddy trying to take a risk. Maybe it could have paid off, but either way, it's a reasonable round here. They pick up 2 AKs. They have 3 people alive.
It stops any of that presence that was on towards the site, and then catches Poddy, who was on the brink of killing his teammate. So good work. That was a bonus fight in the sense that there wasn't a lot to work. You still have Mac 10s in play there for ENCE, but they've come back in with AKs and they've lost 2 immediately.
Okay, this is a bit more encouraging. Obviously, here's the semi-final. We want to see some tough games here. We don't want to see any walkovers, no one-sided matches, preferably. Looks like there might be a bit of a problem on the server, I feel like. Otherwise, everyone's unanimously decided to stand still. Probably not likely. So hopefully we'll get them back online. But yeah, in the meantime, decent start to the round here, all things considered for the Monte squad. So, oh, are they back in? They seem to be back in. Okay, maybe it was just our connection to the server that was a little bit hiccupy. So, at the end of it, Nade2, got to be careful fighting him here, although with the flashbang, I'll condone it. I'll accept it. Good flash being thrown in from Gizmi all the way up from the B lane there.
Yeah, this is just how it's been every series. Monte, first 4 rounds, just waking up, and then they start to get going. And now ENCE have got to find a way to shut them down. SDY trying to play in towards mid, and this is something that SDY is so good at. This mid control for him is excellent. You should know he's touching towards boxes. The one thing you won't know about is what level of support he's got. Miltsy, how's your reactions? Unfortunately, not good enough. Demka playing a little bit of an off angle, catches him, and falls back. I like it.
It's just for a bit of pressure. No one's actually peeking behind it. They're actually giving up a large part of the middle, but deciding to just kind of say, if you go middle, we're probably going to snipe away at you at a distance, and if not, we'll be ready for the donut. That is a nasty flick coming out from Hades.
And I also like the way he plays it. Hades just falls away straight away off the back of it. He wants the riflers to do a lot of the heavy lifting now. Missed shot, though. Seconds out of asking. Nade banks, and it breaks open, but doesn't do enough. This round is opening up. Bomb could go down here. Oh, Glade. He was aware of Ryu's position, but it doesn't make a difference. He gets both.
A lot of damage onto two of those players, but at the end of it, who cares? They're going to be winning the round here. SDY, not much you can do about it.
It's a thing with Hades, right? You know, sometimes, love the guy, you know, he'll go missing every now and again. You're like, oh, maybe, you know, he had his peak and that's it. And then he hits a couple of shots of ours, a couple of maps that we know he can has, and he reels you back in. He makes you believe again. And we're kind of seeing it right now. That flash is lackluster. That flash has not worked, but Gizmi hasn't punished it. He actually thought it would be a lot better, and Glaive, in the panic of the whole situation, sort of gets away with it. Second time asking, whoa, Gizmi is in trouble here, so he gets taken by Miltsy. They're on towards the site. Bomb's going to go down.
Oh, Hades will find a kill, though. I was going to say, could have been an interesting round. Now it's on Miltsy, the stand-in, and he's good for the first headshot. Unfortunately, it seems like our connection is doing worse than Miltsy is, so I guess we'll have to live with it and see what the outcome was. Eventually, I'm pretty sure the server is still working fine, but
yeah, I'm predicting a Miltsy win here.
Yeah, it could be. My God, he won the 1v1. All right, nice.
Oh, he did win the 1v1. There we go. Well, back into their winning ways.
I mean, I'm also surprised that they're not getting more out of the mid control that they seem to be getting a lot. I feel like Monte aren't fighting that much. And I say that now as they actually are finally doing the traditional mid-take protocol that we see the CTs do. Demka fighting amongst 2 different Molotovs and like 5 different flashbangs and still making it work a little bit at least. But then SDY comes in with a couple of kills and suddenly it's a 2 versus 3. So what a battle in the middle it was there.
In Red Room. Keeping an eye on mid. They're creeping their way forward. Timing can be his best friend or his worst enemy. Oh, that's unfortunate. The angle's not on him, but Nade2 goes first rather than SDY, and Hades gets both. Well done. He nearly actually kind of missed that opportunity, missed that window by the finest of margins.
35 seconds here. How do you get this round back? He's caught in the open, and it will be D hard to take him down. Good double for him, and good double for Hades.
Standard operating procedures, really, for this Monte side, who just take a little bit of time to get online. It's just when they do get online, they're so good at chaining rounds together, and ENCE obviously are going to have to find ways to break it down, especially in the second half. Hades posted his form as being great, and it continues to be exactly that. He wants more, and he'll get it as well. Hades on for the second. That is beautiful work, and this is the Hades we wanted to see.
Yes, it is. It's so much fun. It's the kind of Counter-Strike that just, you know, makes you feel alive again, and including all the risks and everything else. Good couple of kills once again. Up to 12 now. The bomb is planted, but most teams have pretty decent retake protocols for this map because you do end up playing a lot of retakes on the A-bomb side. It's just how it is. So I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to see something interesting out of Monte here. It's going to be a shot onto Pody and just down to SDY holding the CT spawn position. It's a good quick kill as he's down to 26 bullets, and he knows they're going to be coming for him. Another good dink coming out. He's done so much. Another bullet on Hades, and it would have worked, but he couldn't complete the 1 versus 3. So it'll be a defuse coming in, and a 7-5 first half. No kit here. My God, no way.
Oh, no way.
Did he not? Oh, no, it must be the server. It must be the server. He had the kit. I was going to say. I was like, I saw the kid. I was like,
that is a hilarious thing. Like, that got everyone. I'm sure there's people at home who are like, you know, big, big Monte fans or whatever, who just like, they were fuming. Like, what happened? Thankfully, we can confirm Monte did win the round. You know, part of you expects ENCE to just start well again in towards the half, but then Monte win things out as the kind of guns come into play. And this is, you know, what we just sort of expect from them. I mean, even when we saw them against Amcal, that's sort of what they did. At one time, Amcal won both pistols, the openers, and all the rest. But the second the guns came into play, it was like, ended up being something like a 13-7, 13-8. However, a bomb plant and a round on here, maybe times are changing. Maybe they're not. Never mind. Ignore me. Going back to complete standard here. They're losing the pistol. They're losing the start of the half. Standard Monte procedure. Don't get too concerned. Down for this. Now you can bank over in case anyone's trying to go quick towards shelf. But actually, Monte are just going to play things slower here. Not going through the molly, not going through that nade. They're just going to wait to see what opens up. Bonus buy for ENCE. If you can make this round stick for ENCE, they reignite maybe my belief a little bit. But expectations, obviously, for Monte are always that when the guns come out, they should do a lot of their best work. And this is once again when they fouled in towards his site super effectively. Swing and a fight. What an opener by Gizmi.
Yeah, I like this. I like this idea of pushing the backline of that B-bomb site that early on, and you can see how you can catch the CTs off guard. But Natu, man, he's so sharp, finding that right as the smoke was about to be reestablished. Gonna get the headshot on Ryu as well, leaving Hades in an almost impossible 1 versus 4, and SDY will take him down. It's a fantastic retake coming through, and again, Monte kind of having this experience of, sure, you can get the bomb planted at B, but if you can't hold the afterplant, it's a little bit wrecked. But still, I have to reiterate, pushing this backline here, I think, is a really sick idea. It would have been more fun if they would have had another flashbang for that repeat that they did down the lane. But, you know, still, the overall idea, I think I can appreciate.
Yeah.
Gizmi, I think, did he drop from the server? He might have. It looked like it. So, in an interesting roll of the dice once again, we're in a 4 versus 3. And they are in the red room. Deep position there for SDY. I believe he's waiting for them. This position can be Molotov from the middle for people who don't know. I'll put out a video about it if you're interested. Gonna be Hades getting that one. And the 1 versus 2, I mean, I don't know. You'd have some confidence Hades can win clutches like these. It's kind of what he does. It's kind of what he's good at. Tight positions, but obviously it does require him to realize the Poddy's walking in right next to him. Oh, from long, it might not even be a contest. With the flashbang, he's out in the open, and it couldn't have been any better here. So ENCE with another round, Monte denied winning any T round so far.
Yeah, I mean, Hades had to take a gamble there. I don't even really hate it. And he gets tunnel vision in towards Donut, but he also knows his mid presence. So I think for him, he's sort of expecting, which is a pretty common thing to expect, that you're going to play together.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it seems like we're back once again, so appreciate your patience. Shout out to you guys in the Twitch chat. I'm keeping a close eye on you guys, see if you're behaving well. Miltsy is going to be put under a little bit of pressure here, but the flashbang is actually amazing, and it does help him out. He's got Glaive back here somewhere, but they're both going to eventually get taken down. Not necessarily a bad defense. Gizmi, again, doing this sick push forward and catching Poddy off guard, so could be enough to win the round. They haven't won any rounds on the T side yet now. It's about time that we see something more out of them.
Yeah, exactly. This one is basically a foregone conclusion, right? This was done. There's no way we're going to be doing anything with this one. Just keep on what you've got. You're not in any sort of pressure in terms of the rounds or kind of the finances as well. So maybe sticking around for exits isn't the worst decision, but giving it a go feels sort of pointless in a sense. It's a really, really hard retake. It's a very good setup, but not bad trades. Hang on a second. We're in 1 vs 1. Hades is tagged. Hang on a moment here. There is a kit to work with. There's a flash. There's a world in which Natu can pull this off. He's good in the clutch. He's very good in the clutch. Oh my god, they've given it a go and they've made it work. Anders, I will eat my words as the full meal as Natu concludes that 2 vs 3 retake. Monte winning no T rounds. Let me just correct us. 4 rounds Monte have to recover just to take us towards overtime. And of course, there's money to work with for ENCE for multiple rounds in succession. So big fight towards mid. This time, Ryu going to get caught again. It's the other youngster of Natu who puts him in his place.
Yeah, he's so flashed there. A lot of damage for the wall bang. Grenade raining over. Doesn't really do anything there, but Glaive is really testing them with those shots coming out. Looks like they want to be pushing outside of the cave as well. Oh my god, that's nearly a double kill. Oh, disastrous here for Monte as they're trying to break through the smoke just to do anything. A little bit of panic, and suddenly we're down into a 1 vs 5 as Diha's going to get shot down, and ENCE making quick work of it, only allowing Monte to pick up 1 single round on the T side.
Just doing something. A pistol round would be great.
Demka's having a bit of a jump there in the middle. Smoke comes down, which could suggest that we're going to see something like a B attack. But obviously, a lot of times people actually run through the smoke themselves, which is what they're doing. It's funny to see that. They're flashed in as they're running through the smoke from outside of the A-bomb site. Ryu is inside with the dualies, and they were not ready for it. Headshots galore as 3 people hit the ground, and Natu and Poddy are left. So I like everything about that setup for ENCE, but obviously the flashbang that was meant to sort of open it up to take down the dualies just didn't really do its job.
I mean, that's the dualies in a nutshell. You either get no kills or you get 3, maybe even more behind it. No, Ryu going to get dropped there by Natu. Still in that head-to-head, Natu has been the better of the two. He's tapping in towards Burst as well. He's tapping in just in case they're pushing him. They're not, but Gizby's also going to get caught as well. Let's not overface it. Yes, it's a 1v3 and it should be unlosable, but he's got 40 seconds to isolate fights here. It's not impossible. And down he will go. Dia sees him off in the end there. That round won by Ryu. So we've had our question marks about him, but we also praise him.
So we can tell this is a bit of a fake right now. Flash goes in. Monte a bit worried. They've got 3 people over here, which means just 2 at the A bomb side, and that's where the B bomb side. That's where the real attack's going to be. Smoke's going down, and you can see Ryu is calling it out now, saying, "Ooh, we might be in a bit of trouble." Only the one smoke. I swear there was... Oh, okay. The other one's landing behind him. So he's actually maybe open for a kill. It's not going to make a difference as Nature will take one. And a quick, swift dispatch of Diha is going to be the round pretty much over, I think. 3v4. And I don't know if I would go for this one. They are kind of going for it, but it seems very risky. And they will lose the rifles here.
Yeah. This is tough. I mean, at the very least, you know, for Monte, we keep that AWP alive. This is the issue that you don't have anything around it, so it's going to make this next round incredibly difficult. Tough spot that we find ourselves in. I don't know, man. ENCE, again, as we saw in towards map 1, it just feels like the second they get the guns out, it's only going to go one way. Hades, at least, will keep that AWP alive now. There is a bit of a hump behind him.
Like from the height of his career, you know, winning majors with the Charlottes and all the rest of it, he's in a different position now, and that kind of thing can be pretty demotivating, I have to imagine. So it is just very cool to see. That is a very interesting. That wasn't even like the right run boost, I think, and somehow it just works out anyway. They just rizzle-dizzle their way into the middle. Like, what's going on? Hello?
Sometimes you'll take it.
Oh no!
Viewing gives me down already. Is that kind of the round just chalked up to, you know, GG go next? There's well, especially if we just walk in towards A now, get the bomb down. That Monte, the best option for them is just to shell up and save. Which it's a wild thing for us to say that the best thing that they should do when we've had what 20 seconds around played to make that sort of decision. So yeah, tough. And I do like this call from ENCE as well. Straight off the back of the opening double, you immediately just pause and see if Monte panic or get flustered or react in any way that can be advantageous to you. I like this. ENCE are playing with such, you know, sheer confidence in terms of the start of the round, but a really good understanding of just how to make this Monte side feel uncomfortable. And it's working.
Yeah, and I think that is part of the template that we've seen out of ENCE in some of the previous matches is the ability to kind of call these much slower rounds, and then every once in a while you get like something a little bit faster, and that in itself is so annoying to play up against. It just is. Back to the A bomb site as they are, you know, confident that there's not going to be any more peeks out of Monte. See if they actually go really aggressive. A2's coming in from that CT spawn position. This could work.
Yeah, they could. Hang on a moment. Anything at the end? Oh, Natu. Diha just gets caught by the crowd there. Crosshair wasn't too far off. Hades and Deb are going to have one of their own at the end. So that's at least something. Molotov going to tickle the toes. Oh my god, he's going to survive, Demka. And he actually gets a kill as well. Lucky man, indeed.
And Eternal Fire both are really happy to do these kind of A fakes on the map where, again, you pretend like you're executing, you're taking up control in the middle, and then you end up with a B split instead. Wow, well, SDY, no fakes needed, no nothing. Behind that double, they're going to pick up the bomb and just run, because they can be pretty sure, at the most, there's going to be one person over here. Damn, well, this is,
Let's wait again, right?
I mean, it's how many? I think that's like the 3rd or 4th round that SDY gets a double kill to start the round with. Like, how do you deal with that?
It's not
10 seconds. That might be the only issue here. So we're running a bit low on the clock. Down to 9 seconds now. There's still 2 people on the bomb side. 6 seconds left, but they've made the cross. The bomb is going to be planted here. Oh, and Potty with a bit of a flick. How have they got away with it?
What now? Hades, I don't even know why we're sticking around. Just get out. Just go back over towards A and keep on with what you've got. Monte's tack pause obviously did not a lot. SDY's 9-3 though. You touched on it. He's had so many rounds of a double opener. And even then we saw it once again where it ends. You find the man advantage, you know, 4 versus 3. You're in towards water and you just wait. Swing and a find from Hades. What a flick on towards SDY. They were trying to play a bit of a 1-2-3 swing there on timing. One from the left, one from the right. And that's a nice shot to hit. And he will will keep hold of the orb. So at the very least, that's okay. That's something to work off. But still, it's ENCE 3 rounds up.
They are kind of ready for it. Odia might himself go for a bit of a... Just a grenade. Okay, I thought he might have tried to do something more. Gonna get forced out. But again, down to 35 seconds, and Hades is actually back in a decent position. Let's see if they commit to this.
Up close to the pistols. The orb could get one here. Oh, yeah, body spotted. Milty down. And the issue with that is that STY was there to trade. He was just half a second late, but I think it's just Milty goes half a second too early. Molotov at least will force him off, but Hades, what a shot from him. Natu, one more as well, and a second behind it, but gives me his dualies, will get one of his own. Demka gonna get one too. This round's falling apart, and Glaive gets posted. Oh, that round was a little janky by ENCE. So yeah, tough predicament here. Falling down, gives me. Try and play in towards mid. We've got aggressive. Glaive, what a shot. What a shot, but Dia's got two.
Yeah, somehow not able to punish Dia just yet. Now it's Glaive trying to step up here. Grenade, just in case anyone else is back there. And in spite of the flashbang, he's able to get the kill. Demka, though, at the very same time, is going to be taking down A2. So we're still back in a 2 versus 3. And look at the push coming out of the A-bomb side. I actually like this from Monte. This is a good attempt to try and establish a little bit of confidence. And also stop ENCE from just dictating the whole round here. SDOI shot at the back. He was not ready for the aggressive push. And Glaive would have to try and go for an ace clutch to try and pick up this round. Unlikely as it is, we'll see if he's going to be able to. Might get one of the first kills for free if they keep pushing. Oh, they're just waiting for him. Nicely done. I think Monte is showing some real promise in this kind of a round. I mean, obviously, the fight outside of the B-bomb side, you could say ENCE probably should have won that, to be honest. But yeah. After that, it's a fine job pushing aggressively.
Yeah, well played. Honestly, by DA, does a solid job. And the fact that he stays alive for as long as he does, it just keeps Glaive's attention drawn. Yeah, ENCE, you know, if they get 6 rounds, it's all right. If you stay on only 5 on the T side, that might actually not be enough. First fight is good. Second should be as well, as Milty will catch Hades trying to retreat from that double-stacked area. It's a good spot for them. Gizby gets one, but it's only one. It's not enough. This should be a 6 here. Ryu shouldn't last long. Thus the orders them get a 1 versus 3. I can't see a world in which he makes this one stick. He also knows he's the A anchor as well, so they know he has to have a long rotate.
Yeah, and they're actually flanking him as well. Once again, they've kind of slowed down the game. They're waiting for him to make any kind of a move, while Poddy's getting closer to ending the round in a pretty easy fashion. There's the headshot. It's going to be a 6-6 tied half at the end of it.
I'm a little worried, to say the least.
Well, let's see how this one plays out. For Monte, if they can win it, you're right. Big boost of confidence. Glaive just... Oh!
Okay.
Getting caught. The idea was there, but it doesn't work in practice. He got slowed down, and the Molotov is there to keep anyone at bay, and presumably they even steal the... Did he throw the smoke at all? I think they can steal it, can't they? It might have been the smoke they threw for heaven. Either way, SDY trying to pull a bit of a miraculous comeback into the round. It's been shut down already. Stemka will land a headshot, and Poddy, the only one left in a 1 versus 4, and he is going to get the exact same treatment. So, Hades watching for some of that A aggression. You kind of got to, because there are some teams that are really proficient at it. Don't know yet if ENCE is going to be one of them, but they do have 3 people there, so it would make sense to not just hang around, but try to push a little bit, and they almost were. They were having the conversation at the very least, and it's rudely interrupted by Hades showing up with an AK. They were having a little bit of a team meeting in there, and it's hard to have a meeting with the AK shooting at you at the same time. Pretty disruptive presence. Going to be Milty left alone.
I think we're going map 3 here. ENCE look like they're completely falling apart. Obviously, their money is being a little weird. They're going for this sort of double MP9 buy, which I actually don't mind. This is something that Furia do quite a bit, but still, it's not worked out for them. I mean, Hades and Ryu are low, but I'm not saying that Milty's a contender in this round. This will be such a difficult 1v3 to pull off. He's got 1 smoke to work with, no kit. At least he has armor, but consolation kills will actually go a long, long way. He's smoking towards Evans. That should keep... Oh, never mind. I missed.
Well then, if he had a kit, it would be, one of those funny rounds that definitely can happen on the map. The A-bomb site somewhat overlooked for ninja diffusers sometimes. You know, it's more doable than people seem to think. We've seen a couple of them flash in there just to put a bit of pressure on. Again, pretty common setup. Playing sort of 2A. Delayed on that classic grenade. It does actually hit Gizmi a little bit. Here we go. Execute straight in there. Miltzy's dead, and Glaive is not going to be following long after him. He's got the M4 in position, but they should be able to run him down, and they will eventually. No reason to wait to get that kill on Glaive, because the backup is going to arrive, and unfortunately for ENCE, it's a little bit too late.
Yeah. That in itself would be huge. Considering where we've seen them, you know, have their very much their down period, especially with that map #1, not bad. The hunt's good by SDY, a couple of extra frags, but it just doesn't phase Monte at all. They don't care. They've got map points. They're going, you know, on trend to go to this map #3. They've got so much money to work with. Who cares about that hunt at the end?
A minute and 10 seconds, and Glaive, you'd love to find a bit of information. Kill would be nice too, but just again, having anything on the CT side is sometimes the problem when you're playing this map, is you just don't know what's happening. As soon as they see something, they fall back, and that's very sensible. You can't necessarily wide swing that unless you've got a lot of flashbangs coming over the wall. 50 seconds now. The MCur is selling the idea that it could be more of an A push, and unfortunately they go.
You know, sort of everyone's having their moment. Hades 21-6 as well, and that is game set. Bomb goes down, and well, SDY and AZ, what do you even do? We're surely not saving, right, guys? You know, it is far around. You may as well give it a go, but I guess maybe the stats and the KD mean more. It is a non-existent round. They're gonna have a look in regardless. Demka will get caught. But, I mean, they know as much as we know there is just no chance here. You can go for a couple of frags and go for a couple of stats, but it will not make a difference. Down goes A2, and down goes SDY. What a map from Monte. What a response as well. After a, you know, less than adequate map #1, to turn it on its head in that sort of a fashion.
Dihar's going to put down a defensive smoke to try and only be able to sort of hold one angle in that. And actually, Hades shows up for a quick little deletion. It's going to be SDY to drop next. And suddenly it's a 2-on-3 trying to stop the bomb plants. Didn't quite do that, but, you know, we'll get the job done anyway here. As it's a 1 versus 4 for Miltzy, who is actually also a stand-in. Hades with a quad kill and the pistol. Let's go.
It's a strange spot. Looks like NKJ is being sent into the gauntlet that's B.
Yeah, I'm tempted to agree with you. I think holding on to a lot of strats, like when you're playing with, you know, 2 different stand-ins, one your coach, one academy player, it's probably going to be a bit rough, you know, but yeah, let's see. Give them the benefit of the doubt, see if they can find a way. I guess it is Mirage at the very least. At least the third map isn't Nuke, so there might be a way to do it. They're on the bomb side at the very least, and trying to get the bomb plant. NKJ hanging out in T-spawn for the minute. It's Miltzy to get the first kill, taking down Dihar. And so far, so good. Retake here should be possible for Monte, but they've got to be very careful. They do have a lot of equipment, and Gizmi, he just picked up a kit just as I mentioned. No kit, but he did just step onto one. So there is still a way to do this. He's got the smoke as well. The retake's looking very good at the moment. SDY out in the middle of nowhere. And they've got the coach left in a 1 versus 2. Smoke. Where is it? No one's throwing it yet. They're going to be straight on that defuse. Hades, yep, he's got the kit. He runs there. It's a bit scary, but I think they have just enough time for it. So, yeah, good job.
Yeah, just a Tech 9. I think this might be a bit of a reoccurring thing where NKJ just takes the brunt of the lower buys. I mean, would sort of expect that when you are the coach. I don't even know how much time, you know, reps he really has in the server, so not too sure what to expect. I'm hoping he's been at least having a couple of death matches, or maybe in that 10-minute break while Poddy's internet was being a little funky, he was thinking, I might be needed here, I might actually be required to warm up, so hit the aimbots or whatnot. Smoke lands on the window, weirdly enough, because it bounces off the body there of Glaive. Well, they won't make a difference with Dihar. He gets one Glaive. Beautiful little pop flash to open up towards the site.
Yeah, that's a little bit interesting. Seemed like it could have created a space for somebody to play around, but at the end of the day, they need to jump in Mac 10 to get the job done. Miltzy, he has a long spray, and it's a lot of damage. Remember, he is low, but not low enough to burn from one tick of that Molotov, so somehow stays alive. The HE's surely coming for him. Yeah, it's going to be blowing him up. The bomb, though, at the same time, is being planted on the other side. So, bad news for Monte as they have to kind of run across the map. Again, they do have the kits, but yeah, Hades picking up an AK, that makes so much sense. Swap that out. Give Demka the AWP. It's a nice little in-rotation move that they're doing here, just to make sure that they've got the best man for the job. Glaive is going to be here, nearly lining them up. It's a lot of damage. Let's see what he can do with the Mac 10. If he can clutch this round, it's pretty big news. And already so much time off the clock here. Hades, he's setting up. He knows Glaive is going to want to peek him, but he's already getting the defuse in and just ice cold.
As they're scaling up in towards mid, but Monte aren't really fighting for this. I don't mind it too much. I wonder what the plan is for Gizmi. This is a bold play if he wants to fight in towards mid here. But it'll work. That timing was excellent, SDY, just as he had Yuto in hand.
Yeah, doesn't get any better. Shutting down a player like SDY early on, like we saw what he could do, at least at the beginning of Anubis, where he just got getting double kill after double kill to open the rounds with. So, get him out of the round early. Send him packing, and maybe it's going to be a little bit easier for Monte here. Even though they're winning the rounds, obviously they don't have a lot of economy, so it's going to be important for them to start to build that. Also, just, you know, it's only 4 kills for now for Demka, but if... Oh, Natu, that's pure artwork, isn't it? Alright. I was going to say, Demka was not playing that well on the second map. Be sick to see him back and doing more.
Okay. As he gets one, Demka should get one of his own. He actually dances between 2 different fights here. There's a bit of pressure coming out of Khan. Natu swinging a fine. Nice shot, but D shuts down A.
Yeah, you could see, like, you could see all the different potential tricks being thrown in, like the difference between the jiggle peek or the wide swing, which Natu ended up doing, and those...
It's just every time there is a 1vx or a 2vx, there is a very simple shutdown by Monte. 4-0 start. I mean, they're just not feeling under too much pressure. I know ENCE getting close to the sites, but not getting really close to rounds. Flash comes over, Demka playing in this open angle that's become very popular these days until the CS2. And playing it around a smoke, which actually might make it a little stronger, and it will. He'll get the first, and he gets out.
Does cost him a fair bit of health. Hades as well, but Gizmi in the middle. Just as the smoke was about to pop in front of him, he's able to sneak in a kill. Still, pretty winnable round here for ENCE. The bomb, though, is all the way back in T-spawn, which, as of yet, is not a problem. And it looks like our coach is, you know, if anyone was going to notice the bomb, it was going to be the coach, wasn't it? So picking it up. Typically, you know, you drop the bomb back there, it's not a big deal. But there are some games where, you know, suddenly everyone's like, I thought you had the bomb, but I thought you had the bomb. And suddenly it's all out chaos. So good to see it doesn't happen. Unfortunately for Glaive, he didn't have the health. He's dead. And it's down to Natu and NKJ.
Oh, well. What do we actually even do here? NKJ... You know, we weren't too sure what to expect from him in the server. We haven't got a lot just yet. The spamming. No one tucks in towards that wall. He does have the right idea, though. And, of course, they have the right idea, because we've always seen Demka push all the way through that spawn. Wrap someone over. First window player. Hold on to NKJ as well. And Gizmi actually going to get both in the end. They just set themselves up on a platter for him.
Yeah, there's probably no way for us to really make this look any prettier than we can, right? Like, we just have to all live with it. So, you know, just sit back, hopefully enjoy some good kills, watch a bit of Counter-Strike. There are more matches coming up in the day. D-Hard getting run down. Tech9 rush to the B-bomb site is actually a pretty sensible call. When you've got the pieces on the board that you've got at the moment, you might as well give it a try here, Gizmi. I like the jump out. Oh, I like the spray as well. It actually did work out in the end. So back into a 2v3. They have recovered an M4 here on SDY, and Natu dead and out, but SDY killer instinct goes straight for that one. And now they know where Demka is coming from, so just don't fight him, and this round should be theirs.
Should be. One spot towards bench. Where is the other one? Glaive just not peeking yet at all. He's flying around these corners, and Glaive is ringing around the roses here. This is so well done. Glaive just buying time. Spotted one, pistol pulled out as well. He's running low. Oh my god, he had the chance at the 180 there, but it's not to be. Bomb goes off, and ENCE finally get a round. That's what we needed to see.
watching some of the Katowice games yesterday, and there were quite a few missed smokes towards the window that I noticed. Got to be careful about that. Obviously, you can. In some ways, it's a basic smoke to throw, but you know, depending on how much of a hurry you're in or whatever, you can still fail it, and can cost you a couple of rounds. So, ENCE doing a fine job. Unfortunately, they're not getting the kills that they need to sustain what they have here. 2 AKs, the AWP on SDY. And I guess we'll see how they can progress forward. They are bringing the bomb in the middle. Rio, they're in a nice position. Natu is coming for him. He should be dead, but the angle is just a bit better. You could see Natu is setting himself up to swing and peek into the window. And not that close.
A shot from SDY. He's picked up the AWP in Poddy's absence. I mean, we saw a couple of times at the Lisa Masters Espo LAN, right, where SDY will pick up the AWP, but it didn't look too bad with it. But it's a different position when it's, you know, kind of like, you know, secondary AWPing, picking up when you need to. You're actually primary AWPing. Demka knows where he is. Oh, he's a knife. And of course he is. He loves it. He absolutely loves it. Now from the back, that is just summing things up. A little chuckle as well for Demka. It wasn't, you know, the whole team of ENCE fell apart there. I think Gizmi called really well. It was quite simple, but it was super effective calls being made. Like that from Hades. Molotov goes deep. So Natu tries to play in behind it, and Hades is ready for that fight. He's given a lot of freedom, and you can also see as well for Hades in particular, when Hades was IGLing, he had a lot more things to worry about and think about. I think that obviously naturally affected his individual performance. And now that, you know, he doesn't have the reins anymore, and he's just required to do that one simple job, or quote-unquote simple job of AWPing, you can see just how much better and how much more effective he looks. That time, though, he gets caught off guard. Glaive picking up the AWP. Here, as Trav sort of brought up, he AWPed a couple of times, tail end of Astralis. Need a big performance from him here. Ships in the night, they're walking into each other.
Yeah. When you bump into someone like that, and you kind of realize, okay, I'm not actually moving forward even though I should be. That is suspicious. Oh, he misses that shot by a couple of inches, and unfortunately, that's going to get him killed. But still, a 2 versus 3, 50 seconds. SDY pretending to run back down there, hoping that someone's going to hear the footsteps, and then he returns to see if anyone's taking the bait. It's NKJ on the other side, just creeping up there with the bomb, but obviously it's going to be SDY doing a lot of the work here. Not sure what that was about. Looked like he just walked in there to take a deep breath.
I'm getting one kill. I'm baiting the shit out of my team, and I'm getting that kill. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn.
That is the way to do it for sure. Like,
I'm sitting in the corner, auto shotgun. I'm letting someone die for the cause, and I'm getting my kill.
I like that. I think that's the way to go about it. Obviously, yeah, it's an underappreciated idea. You know, casting and playing at the same time. It could be pretty sick. Might also be, you know, slightly difficult, but you know, better than what's going on now at any rate. Natu is going to be the next victim. Hades has a very nice flick. I don't know really how he hit that. Seemed like an awkward time to find another scope, but he got the job done. And we are staring down the barrel of a 9-1 lead for Monte. As yeah, the game is kind of, I guess, you know, it's progressing like you would expect. And I mean, also for Monte, it's probably good news.
Good luck, Trav, breaking this mess down. This is just going to be nightmare fuel. Oh, man, this is rough. But Molotov deep in towards kitchen. Dia doesn't need to stick around for the fight. Doesn't just in case they're going quick. And Nate does a good amount of damage. Gizmi gets unfortunate to get the first kill, but he'll get the second two behind it. Beautiful start. The Deagle pulled out. And a shutdown towards B. Oh, Gizmi! UKCS, wave that flag, my king.
At least he's getting a chance to shine. Not for the first time, to be fair. Yeah. We've seen it before, so don't just have to, you know, it doesn't have to be just this once. But 16-3, obviously, Hades seems to be so carefree in this AWP. He's just running across the map, looking for kills and finding them.
It's really fun to watch, actually, when he's sort of playing like this. Oh, Gizmi again. He's also looking quite carefree in his own regard. And it is super nice to watch.
It's very much how I feel when I play matchmaking. Like, I hate playing slow in matchmaking because I'm like, what are we doing, boys? Like, let's just look for the fights. Let's just be like, you know, why are we... I know that it's silly, but at the same time, I'm just like, oh, we can't play every round down to the last 10 seconds, you know? Bomb, by the way, is back in T-spawn. Just, you know, even if they're having some success here, it's a bit awkward because there's only like 45 seconds left, so You have to run back. Glaive is doing that now. Oh, and actually Gizmy getting caught off guard, so maybe it'll be fine, but yeah, it takes some extra time, and that extra time there's always a chance that you could screw something up when you run in late onto a bomb site.
For now, hold on to one man D here. You still kind of believe because they're going in his direction. Miltsy, does he clear this? The answer is no, but D has back turn. Oh, he responds well as he turns back around. Doesn't make a difference. SDY sees it off 10-2. Gives me 17 and 4.
50 seconds here. And Miltsy going to be tested in a big way. Oh, they're walking back. It's a bit awkward. He does spot them out, but yeah, that's going to give some information back over to the CT side. We'll see if they can use it for any kind of good rotation towards the B-bomb side.
Oh, Gizmy. Swing. Final towards Natu. You'll see spot on the leg there. And he does catch Hades as well. So, still something. NKJ, it continues to be rough. 0-14. Demka going to get both as well. We might have a chance here. This is a big fight. If Milty can get his, he might give this a chance. That's the bomb. It's a really awkward tussle. It's a short player that should do the job, and it will. Down goes Milty. Down go Ents again. And Monte ever closer now.
Fairly crazy to propose that this is going to be, you know, any kind of a road back for a comeback for ENCE. It's just going to be presumably more of the same. Gizmy, Hades, anyone else joining in? Okay, D-Heart starting to get there as well. Oh, nice shot from Hades. That's the other thing about Hades is, like, he actually can also be a pretty decent rifler, right? Like, he's not just stuck on the AWP forever, so that's, I mean, it's almost a requirement, isn't it, of being a rifler these days, is that, or being an AWP player, is you have to be able to pick up something else. You can't just be, like, a one-trick pony in that sense.
Well, SDY, 1-for-1, not terrible. Damage being dealt there as well. A2, again going 1-for-1. NKJ gonna get his kill. He's got a kill. We're good. He's finally got it. And he gets on Hades as well, of all people. Hades, of course, who's been having a pretty good game. And he finally gets there. I've seen in a minute. Uh-oh. It looks like he's tempted to fight as well. I don't like this, NKJ. We need to do this. No! 1-16. All for nothing. All for nothing. This rating, I'm going to be keeping my eyes on it.
Yeah, maybe there could be like a little HLTV headline short, like NKJ, just to wreck him for no reason.
Yeah, puts up lowest rating of all.
Oh,
Milty, that was... Oh, Gizmy. Milty's decision to jump out was wild, but Gizmy, that second shot's really crisp. 20 kills to him as well, so he is really farming.
Yeah, and presumably, again, like, that's the kind of decision that Miltsy makes because they are just laughing away from the game. Like, they kind of know. They can see the writing on the wall, and here we go. Final chapter has been written as Monte will pick up the game, and as the third map, that means they will advance further into the tournament under, you know, some unfortunate circumstances, obviously.
Yeah.